Welcome to English Writing 401 Research. My name is Nancy Knowles and I'll be the instructor of this course. This course, 401, prepares students for writing their capstone projects in winter and potentially presenting or publishing them in spring. Scholarly research represents a means by which professional readers share their thinking with peers. The goal of scholarly research is to contribute our perspectives to the centuries-old dialogue in our field. What I'd like to do before we get started with the course is orient you to this Canvas shell. This is my first time using Canvas, and so let's just be on the lookout for glitches. I kind of like it, I think, so far, but we'll see how it goes. So if you take a look at this left-hand column, I want to walk you through what's here, and then I'd like to talk a little bit about the setup of the course, the syllabus, and the schedule, and so forth. So I think we'll just start with the announcements. Obviously, home takes you right back here to our main front page. In announcements, I usually post an announcement every week or so to kind of update folks to what's going on with the course. Modules is the main area that you want to focus on for each week's work. And you can see the weeks are laid out in modules. There's the week 1 course introduction, which we're going to do first. And then there's another week 1 module, which is invitation to scholarship. There's a couple of modules in week 2. Actually, there's 3 in week 2 and 2 in week 3. And then after that, there's just 1 module per week. Essentially what happens as we move through the course is we start out with a lot of little things and then we move toward bigger projects, and so that's why the modules change shape. They're linked together so that when you complete the work in one module, the next one should open, and so you can see there's a little notation on the assignment that indicates completion of the module. Essentially, each module is constructed based on discussions, and those are usually marked with a D1, D2. Exercises, often these are marked with EX1, EX2. In this module, there's some documents, our syllabus and schedule documents. There are a few quizzes during the term, marked with a Q. And then as you scroll down, you can see these things. There's also lectures, and other materials for you to take a look at as we move through the course. But you can see that each of the assignments has a deadline, so you'll kind of get the sense that if you take a look at this advising file, it's a lot of materials and then just one discussion assignment. You can see here, if you look, there's some lectures, and again then a discussion and an exercise. So hopefully that will make sense to you. I recommend focusing on the modules and not trying to go in through alternative means, and I'll show you those alternative means, but I think you'll see it's easier to go in through the modules. If you do want to find an assignment directly, you can click on the assignments link, and you'll see that the assignments are listed by type, right? Upcoming assignments. You actually can't access any assignments if the module is not yet open, but you can look ahead and see what assignments are coming up. And you'll see again they're sort of listed Q1, D1, Exercise 1, and so forth. Discussions, same thing. I think you can look ahead, but you can't access the discussions that are not available yet. Okay. And then quizzes, there's only 4, and you can't access any but the syllabus quiz to start. The grade area allows you to track your grades. If you ever have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. I see the Grade Center as an opportunity for us to have a conversation about grades. People gives you access to the roster of the students in the course. The syllabus link isn't really the syllabus. It's a list of the deadlines, so it's effective for that reason. You can also take a look at them on a calendar version of the list. And there's also a link to Pierce Library, and we'll be using Pierce Library quite a bit this term. Okay, so I'm going to go in and into the module for week 1, and I'm going to pull up the syllabus. I just want to talk briefly about it. Here we go. You'll notice if you take a look at the syllabus, there's no books. If you have a handbook, that's really all you'll need. We'll be generating our documents through the research that we do. The other thing I want to mention, you could take a look at the various outcomes, the things you'll be getting out of this course. And the requirements are listed there, but I really want to focus on the means of assessment and grading. There's 100 points overall in the course. Most of the work we will be doing has to do with participation, exercises, and quizzes. The larger assignments are the Google Docs folder, which is where we'll be putting our research materials, and the annotated bibliography and capstone plan toward the end of the term. So all of the little things that we do and the conversations and learning that we do will feed into those larger assignments later in the term. Okay, I want to go back to take a look at, let's go back to the week 1 module. I want to take a look at the schedule. And I'm also teaching a group of on-campus students, so I'm trying for my own sanity to keep the same schedule for both groups. So you'll see the on-campus column is here. This is the online column. This again gives you just the schedule of the work of the course as we move forward. The modules provide much more detail, but if you do want an overview, the schedule is useful for that. Most of our online assignments are due on Sundays. There's a few where I've noted that they're due on a Thursday, but not too many of those. So you should have the whole week to do them. I'm not overly deadline conscious, but if you look at the quantity of work, we've got a lot to do. So I don't want you to fall behind. And because the modules link to one another and open as you complete the prior module, I think you'll find it's easier to keep up if you keep up with all the little assignments. Okay, I'm just going to go back to our main page here and talk a little bit about my schedule. I check in with our course 2 to 3 times a week. I try to get everything scored weekly, so within a week of submission. I struggle usually after the midpoint of the term as I start to get a lot of grading, and I'm currently struggling quite a bit with email. So if you need to get my attention, feel free to give me a phone call. Just remind me to check in with you that you've sent me something, and I'm happy to catch up with you. I hope you will enjoy this course. I hope you'll enjoy planning your own research project, and I look forward to working with you.